Across Africa's open grasslands, the white rhinoceros carries massive strength behind skin built to endure constant daily abrasion. Its skin is thick yet flexible, folding around the shoulders and legs so the giant can move naturally. Every wrinkle absorbs pressure, while dried mud protects exposed skin from insects, sunlight, and rough vegetation around it. A broad skull, heavy horns, and massive shoulders create one of nature's most imposing defensive designs on land. Yet this living tank survives through calm movement, conserving energy instead of wasting strength in unnecessary violent confrontation. Overlapping keratin scales turn the ground pangolin's back and tail into flexible armor that moves with its body. Each scale overlaps the next, spreading pressure across the body while allowing the pangolin to bend and walk naturally. When danger feels close, the pangolin lowers its head and lets its armored tail protect the softer underside. Curled into a tight ball, overlapping scales form a near-continuous shield around the animal's vulnerable face and belly. After danger passes, the pangolin walks on, carrying complete protection without sacrificing the flexibility needed for daily movement. On another continent, a 9-banded armadillo carries a flexible shell across dry scrub and loose, sandy soil quietly. Rigid shoulder and hip shields are joined by flexible bands, allowing the armored body to bend while walking naturally. Beneath the dusty surface, small bony plates form a rigid shield, while flexible bands preserve essential movement naturally. When startled, the armadillo lowers its softer underside and presents the armored back, reducing the vulnerable area exposed. Protected yet mobile, the armadillo continues through scrubland, carrying strong defense without becoming trapped inside a rigid shell. Along an African riverbank, a Nile crocodile rests beneath rows of reinforced scales that protect its massive body. Raised back scutes conceal bony osteoderms beneath the skin, creating reinforced protection across the neck and torso naturally. Even while basking, the crocodile opens its jaws to release heat without abandoning the protection of its armor. Despite its rigid back armor, the crocodile can still lift its body and move across land with controlled power. From skull to tail, thick scales and hidden bone create a defense capable of enduring powerful impacts in conflict. In the Galapagos Highlands, a giant tortoise carries a massive domed shell that protects its body for decades. Its domed shell is fused to the skeleton, turning the animal's back into protection rather than removable armor. Column-like legs carry the shell's enormous weight, while broad feet spread pressure across soft, volcanic ground beneath it. When threatened, the tortoise draws its head and neck inward, placing vulnerable tissue behind the shell's front edge. Protected by the same shell for life, the giant tortoise continues slowly across the misty volcanic highlands alone. Across African scrublands, a crested porcupine carries long defensive quills that transform its back into dangerous armor naturally. Each quill is modified hair, hollow and rigid, with contrasting bands that make the warning impossible to miss. Raised quills make the porcupine appear larger, warning nearby attackers before physical contact ever becomes necessary for survival. Near the tail, hollow quills rattle sharply, adding sound to the visual warning without launching a single spine. Once danger passes, the quills settle, and the porcupine moves on, keeping every defensive spine firmly attached naturally. Across Australian woodlands, the short-beaked echidna carries dense spines above a powerful body built for digging and defense. Its spines are modified hairs layered among coarse fur to create flexible protection without forming a rigid shell. When disturbed, the echidna lowers its head and presents a dense wall of outward-facing spines toward danger instead. With powerful claws, an echidna can press into the ground, leaving only its protective spines exposed above danger. Once the threat is gone, the echidna continues forward, carrying its spines wherever food and shelter may lead. On Africa's grasslands, a Cape buffalo carries a fused horn boss that forms a powerful shield across its skull. The fused horn boss spreads force across the skull, while curved horns redirect impacts away from the face. Even with massive armor, the buffalo walks steadily, carrying its weight through powerful shoulders and broad cloven hooves. Its greatest defense is controlled power, a lowered head, stable footing, and strength held in reserve for survival. Protected by horn, bone, and enormous strength, the Cape buffalo crosses open country with its defenses always ready. Across the Arctic tundra, a musk ox combines sweeping horns and dense hair into protection against cold and conflict. Long guard hairs block wind and snow, while dense civet underneath traps warmth close to the body's skin. Beneath the wind-tossed guard hairs, soft civet traps warm air, shielding the musk ox from brutal Arctic cold. Its broad horn bases protect the forehead, while curved tips help redirect blows during close-range conflicts between rivals. Wrapped in hair and horn, the musk ox keeps moving where freezing wind and open ground test survival. Across Indonesia's dry islands, the Komodo dragon carries tough scales reinforced by small bones hidden beneath its skin. Flexible scales and hidden osteoderms protect the body without preventing the powerful limbs from carrying its enormous weight forward. Armored skin protects the predator, while its forked tongue samples scent particles, helping it navigate the dry landscape. Heavy scales, powerful limbs, and a muscular tail let the Komodo dragon cross rough ground with steady control. Built like a living tank, this ancient predator survives not through speed, but through endurance, armor, and control.